It's time for the Christmas book haul! So I got quite a few books for Christmas this year because it's the first year that I've actually asked for only books. So I got quite a few books and I'm here to show them to you today. Let's jump right into it. The first book I have to show you today is Isla and the Happily Ever After. I finally have this book. It is in paperback and unfortunately it's a bit smaller than the other two paperbacks that I have. As you can see, this one, I think it's the British version. It's from overseas, so because obviously here in North America we can't have it in paperback yet because it's still in hardcover. So my mom did find it online on the Book Depository, but it's a bit shorter than the other two. I don't really mind because they are all in paperback now, but you know, you gotta deal with it. It doesn't matter, so I can still read the book and I'm hoping it's gonna be good. I haven't really heard anything about it. I don't know if people liked it or not yet. It's just for me to find out. Next I got If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman. This came in a set and I did not ask for these books for Christmas. My mom wanted to buy me something that I didn't ask for, so it would be a surprise. And I'm really happy that she chose these because I just read Just One Day by Gail Forman and I absolutely adored it. So I'm really excited to see what this is gonna be about. I know they made the movie about it. I haven't seen the movie. I want to read the books before, obviously. And yeah. Oh, Gail Forman has a new book coming out called I Was Here. And there's an excerpt inside. Is that how you say that word? Excerpt? Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman. Next book was on my list. Next book was on my list and it is Legend by Marie Lu. And I have heard a lot of good things about this series, so I definitely wanted to pick this up. So I am so happy that my mom got it for me. One thing that is super cool about this series is that the letters inside are gold for the first one. The second one has blue lettering and the last one has black, I think, because red would be really hard on the eyes. But that's a cool little add-in that they did for this book. Next I have Alienated by Melissa Landers. I have no idea who wrote this book. By Melissa Landers, and I have no clue what this book is about. I just know that Caitlin from the YA Bookworm blogger adored this book. I'm like, hey, if they adore it, I'm probably gonna like it too, because I really liked Obsidian, the Lux series, and I know this is about aliens too. Obviously, Alienated. And the second one is coming out next year. So I'm really excited to start this one and follow through with the series. Or is it a duology? I don't know. Is it like a trilogy? A duology? A quartet? More? I have no idea. Next I got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Is it Marissa Meyer? Yes, Marissa Meyer. And I have heard so many things about this series and I finally got the book and I am so excited to start it. So obviously, if you don't know, it's a fairy tale retelling of Cinderella for the first one, and then the second one is Scarlet, and I think that's Little Red Riding Hood, and then the third one is Cress, which is about Rapunzel, I think, and then there's a fourth one coming out next year. Don't know who it's gonna be about. I have no idea. So I'm excited to start this and be in with the pop culture and find out what's the hype about this series. Next book is also a top priority to read. It's one of the most hyped book on BookTube. The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I finally have this book in my hands and I am so excited to see what the heck everybody loves about this series because, okay, all three books are out. I am super late. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna read it anyways and hopefully I'm gonna love it. I don't want to read what it's about. I just know it's about kids. Yeah, it's about kids. That's all I know. Everybody has loved this series and I want to love it too, so I had to get it. And I got it. I'm gonna read it and find out what it's about. The next two books I already have, but I had them in paperback. And my mom decided to surprise me and get me the two first books of the Nicholas Flamel series in hard hardcover. I almost keeled over when I saw this. I don't believe that I have them in hardcover because I always had them in paperback, obviously. Because when I bought them, they were already out in paperback, and this was like quite a few years ago. Like, I don't know, like 6 years ago that I got these. These are the 2 paperbacks, and these are the 2 hardcovers, and these are beautiful. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have these in hardcover. Oh, you don't understand how excited I am. I'm gonna keep these, obviously, because these are the ones I read. And I'm definitely gonna reread the series now that I have the 2 first ones in not paperback, in hardcover. Next book I have is Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan, of course. Rick Riordan. This is the final book of Percy Jackson that exists, and I'm excited to see how it ends. I enjoyed this series a lot. I was not hardcore fangirling over it, but I did like where it went and what happened, and I like the characters. I just wasn't in love with it like a lot of people were, but I did quite enjoy the series, and I'm really excited to see how it ends. Obviously, they're probably gonna save the day. How could they not save the day? Next up, I have The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is the 2nd book in the 5th Wave series, trilogy, I think. And I know they're making a oh my gosh, I never really looked at the cover. The first book was okay for me. It wasn't thrilling, but I really want to read this though because I want to know where it's going, like what's going to happen with the aliens, and that's stupid. Entertainment Weekly wrote a blurb on the back. It says, "Just read it." What does that mean? Next book I got Fangirl, and I'm currently reading it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so excited to see how it ends, and I love Rainbow Rowell. Rainbow Rowell is amazing. Amazing. Amazing, I tell you. Next book is pretty cool. The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare and Sarah Reeves Brannan and Maureen Johnson. I have no idea who they are. This is a Cassandra Clare book. Hello! How can I not get this? It's Cassandra Clare. The cool thing about this book, obviously, is like the Bane Chronicles. It's stories about Magnus Bane, what happened to him in his life. But inside, in like the beginning of every story or something, there's these comic drawings of Magnus and other people. That is so cool. Yeah! Stoked to read this book. And I was looking at the back of this because they have like the Mortal Instruments and then the Infernal Devices and then the Shadowhunter Codex. And I was thinking, they're gonna run out of room eventually if they have to put like the Dark Artifices in the Last Hours in the back of this cover, because there's gonna be too many books, so I don't know what they're gonna do. But yeah, the Bane Chronicles! The Bane Chronicles! The next books I am beyond excited to get. I was beyond excited. I am beyond excited to read them now. And it's the freaking Throne of Glass series. I did not have these books before, obviously, and now I do, and I cannot wait to read them. I have heard so many good things about this series, and I was dying to read them, but of course, they didn't have the first one in hardcover in my bookstore anymore, and I was poor and I couldn't buy them online, so I got them for Christmas, and they're just so gorgeous. I actually only asked for Throne of Glass for Christmas, and my mom got me the other 2 books too. And I don't know, this was the best Christmas present ever to get all 3 of them. Oh my gosh, you can't understand the excitement that is going on in here. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The next Christmas present that I got. There are 7 books here. 7 books. Does that give you a hint to what it's about? 7 books. What series has 7 books in them? I'll let you think about it for a second. Just sit there and think. What 7 books could I possibly have gotten this Christmas? I have gotten the new Harry Potter covers. This was amazing to get. Okay, don't hate me. I never read Harry Potter. I read the first book like 3 times, but I never read the other books in the series. And do you know why? Do you know why? I grew up watching the movies. I was like 10 years old when the first movie came out, so I grew up watching the movies. I did not grow up reading the books. I was not a reader back then. Poor, innocent, naive little Bridget. She was not a reader. No, she was not a reader. She was a movie watcher. Still am. But now I have all of the books and they're freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. These are the most beautiful Harry Potter covers in the history of the world. Even better than the American box set. This is like the UK version. Yeah, I don't think you can get these in the States. You can get them in Canada because my mom bought this at Chapters. You can't get them in the States. So they're so beautiful and they're soft. They're so soft. They're like velvety smooth. The next few things I got aren't books, but they're book related. First, I got the second Percy Jackson movie, which is called Sea of Monsters, which is the second book in the series. I actually watched this movie online right after I read the book, and it was better than the first movie. It's so much truer to the book, but it was still not as good. But I'm still excited to have it because I had the first one, and I love the first one because I watched the movie before reading the books, so I fell in love with Percy that way. But now I have the second movie too, so it completes the series. I don't think they're making more movies of this, are they? Kind of flopped, didn't it? Yeah. Next, I got Divergent! Yay! I had this book. I saw this movie twice in theaters, and I rented it once on TV, and now I have it. And they have faction tattoos, temporary faction tattoos, plus Triz's tattoos with the birds. That's cool. And the last movie I got, can you guess what it is? The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It's upside down. The Fault in Our Stars. I cried so much in the theaters watching this, so I'm guessing I'm gonna cry again. I cried when like the logo came up in the beginning of the movie. It's so beautiful. It's so well made. It's so well made, guys. It's so well made. Then I opened another gift. There's still Christmas wrapping on it. I got 2 cups, 2 glasses that say okay and it's okay and okay. It even has the question mark and it has a swing set on it, and it's from The Fault in Our Stars, if you didn't know. My mom got this for me and I can't believe I got The Fault in Our Stars glasses, and I can't wait to move out and use them. And then I got a Mockingjay Part 1 cup mug thing that they sold at gas stations here in my hometown, and that's pretty cool. It's just like, it's cool. It's Mockingjay and it's a mug. Oh wow, it's awesome. I forgot to tell you guys, the biggest present of all that I got this Christmas is a bookshelf. If you can see, I have 2 bookshelves now. I only used to have this one, and now I have 2 bookshelves and they're gorgeous. Yes. If you guys want me to film a bookshelf tour, I can. You have to let me know though in the comments below, and I will definitely do that for you guys. And because they're all pretty and organized now, because before they were all stacked and I had no more room. I need a new bookshelf, so my parents got one for me, and it's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know, and I'll do that for you guys. Okay? Too many books. They're bigger. Oh, stay inside. Okay, so here are all the books. If you can see them, good. If you can't, too bad, because they're too big. They're bigger than me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a wonderful Christmas, and I'm so appreciative of every single present that I got. And, oh my god, I'm gonna lose them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul, this Christmas, this huge Christmas book haul. It's huger than me. So I will see you guys next time with a brand new video.